The great leader is showing impressive courage, heroically standing up against his own campaign promises to keep the country out of foreign wars. Now, without any direct threat, he pulled the trigger, making the announcement in the middle of the night, wearing a dopey hat and looking like an inflatable tube man outside a used car lot. The MAGA faithful are enraged. And this isn't even the first time he did it. Several months ago, he announced he'd obliterated Iran's nuclear arsenal and it would take years to rebuild. And now he claims he's going to obliterate Iran's nuclear arsenal. Again, since the great leader's vocabulary has shrunk to 17 words and 2 of them are disaster, this might be the time for one of his sycophants with a brain which narrows the field considerably to explain to him what obliterate means. And maybe in his gathering decrepitude, he forgot he already bombed Iran, and he's just a confused old man sundowning, in which case the solution is a bowl of Jell-O and night-night instead of watching him kick off a world war. As he noted, with all the gravitas of Ronald McDonald, this could cost American lives, because that can happen in a war. Our own Winston Churchill. He's certainly taking an unconventional approach to his richly deserved Nobel Peace Prize with unprovoked attacks on Venezuela, Minneapolis, Chicago, threats against Greenland, Canada, and Cuba, and now bombing Iran. The trigger-happy, draft-dodging man of peace overruled his generals in kicking off a war of his choice. But he has intel the generals don't. He knows what's in the Epstein files. It's hardly a coincidence that his bespoke Justice Department hid pages of an FBI interrogation of a woman who claimed she was raped by the great leader when she was 13. Now, they say the cover-up is worse than the crime, but that's hard to believe when the crime is the rape of a child by the President of the United States. Declaring war without congressional authorization is another crime. But even without the backing of Congress, the generals, and the American people, he has the full support of fellow felonious tyrant Benjamin Netanyahu and the White House human kitty litter box, Lindsey Graham. The great leader watched Operation Epic Fury, which would be the diagnosis if he had a psychiatrist, from Mar-a-Lago, where he should be under house arrest. As his regime crumbles, he is weaker and more dangerous than ever. This is his desperate Hail Mary to bury his failures and become a full-on dictator. We must stand up to this war and to this traitor to America at every turn before he kills us all.